Peace and blessings, everybody. How are you today? How are you this evening? It's gonna rain out here in New York by 5 o'clock. Let me tell you something real quick. It's me by Ken, aka Rogue Spiritual, and I am proud to be a host this evening. So I made my little coins or whatever the case is, and I'm just managing, just finished working on the entry on the ebook and what have you. And it's actually going to pertain to the subject that I'm going to talk about now. You're already familiar with the last time I spoke on KE on the track or whatever the case is, and God spun the block on him. So fuck around, let's take it just a step further. So fuck around, there's a lot of allegations in regards to Diddy. We already know about that, but also Meek Mill. And then the other day, my song from my recent mixtape just blew the fuck up, and it's like, yo, it was seriously perfect time of whatever the case is. I ain't got nothing else to say beyond that, because as soon as that song started blowing up, it started spinning throughout the city, throughout wherever, because because my insights on the SoundCloud is still malfunctioning or whatever the case is. So as soon as it started spinning here in the city and wherever it spin at, whatever the case is, then you have what's the name? Kim So Major from the source hit me up. Now, she usually don't DM people. However, she DM me in on Facebook or whatever the case is. So I already put the screenshots there. I already put the receipts on Facebook or whatever the case is. So Kim So Major, if you have a twin out there, I suggest you get to that twin. Given the fact that you don't usually DM folk or whatever the case is. So fuck around. Kim So Major gave her twin gave herself away by being so pressed over $60. Oh, asking very personal questions in regards to my ATM, like, oh, how much you have in your ATM right now? Now, if Kim was so major, she wouldn't be pressed over a measly $60. Like, don't try to mind my life and mind my business or whatever the case is. You got me fucked up. And then if it wasn't Kim So Major from the source, if you will, it was definitely these no-name niggas offering me opportunities so I could be on a record label. And clearly I was heard throughout New York. Cause this no-name nigga that now deleted his user page on SoundCloud, yeah. He was like, I can get you in a record label. And I politely told him no, whatever the case is. So fuck around. This is the thing I asked myself, like, what does the source want to do with me? And I'm everything that the source is against, especially this new wave of hip hop that's going about. These new wave of hood boogers. I'm against that. Okay? I would never hold the youth accountable. I direct this energy to people in my age group, 25-year-olds or whatever, people that know better. Okay? But I would never direct this to the youth, because you know what? It's not that they grew up listening to the golden age, but they are aware of the golden age. And if they listen to drill, they listen to drill. However, they are rational enough to be detached from drill and just do the study with the shit and fuck around and bump some old school music or whatever the case is with method and message. Okay? So I would never hold the youth accountable. Now, it's so crazy that the source hit me up. Dig it. The source hit me up or whatever the case is. Talking about, oh, you can get exposure, but all these motherfucking pipe dreams, all because of my song, and all in pertaining to the recent drama of Meek Mill started buzzing throughout the city or whatever the case is, right? So I'm over here like, okay, at first I was excited, then I started putting two and two together. So this bitch, Kim So Major, I'm like, yeah, she's a scammer. She trying to get niggas. She trying to stiff niggas or whatever the case is. Same with that no-name nigga that deleted his page on SoundCloud. Let me tell you something. I've remained a student of the game in regards to hip-hop, okay? I'm inspired by the old, the mid, the right now, and the future, okay? And I'm definitely inspired by people that are younger than me and those after. Okay, which is why I keep giving the songs that I keep giving or whatever the case is. I'm not one of these angry old men that's so stuck in the golden age that I don't give a youth a chance. Fuck out of here. Like I said, I bet you Billy B is younger than me, and she inspires me a lot. Definitely Candy, he inspires me a lot. All that, Fuck around. I'm getting offered opportunities from the source or whatever the case is. Now, this is the thing. One thing that hip hop is against is God. Okay? And if they do talk about the Lord, they use the Lord's name in vain. Now, I'm not your average Christian rapper because I would dare talk about the big blood nigga showing his ass crack or whatever the case is, like he want to be fucked by some sissy or whatever the case is. I would definitely talk about these new wave of hood boogers. I would talk about, I'm a man eater first. Okay? So let you know I'm not your average Christian. And I still rap for God and his universe. And let me tell you something. It's not what's said, it's how it's said. Because I always mention God in my rhymes. It's not what's said, it's how it's said. Okay? So if you doubt anything else, just believe that I embody Jill the Thrill from the show Queens. So if you doubt anything else, believe that I'm Jill the Thrill from the Hoodoo show Queens. Jill the Thrill strikes again. Okay? And it's so fucking crazy with all this gossip and allegations. But mind you, I'm already talking about Meek Mill being somebody shorty in prison in one of my raps or whatever the case is. And how he trying to get his manhood back, which is why he's always yelling. Trying to get his manhood back or whatever the case is. Bitch, that couldn't be me. You got me fucked up. Like, should I not be in prison? I'm out there charging felons everything. I'm out there charging these niggas everything. Hell. Diddy in the shelter with Rich Nelson, remember? I was literally coming from a prison faggot, like looking for the biggest zone to protect me in the shelter, and fuck around, I found Rich Nelson. Now, Richard Nelson did what he was supposed to do for half the time, but most of the time he was just so caught up in his crack that I just dismissed him and fuck around. When God took over, as soon as I moved to Queens, God took over and spun the block. I fuck around and beat his ass to show him who can really fight, because he was really all that fire in the shelter. Talking about he used to break into houses. Okay, nigga, did you get yourself a munchkin or something? So you fuck around and break into houses for a bowl of sugar. Who the fuck breaks into houses for a munchkin? The fuck? That's sort of like Loon. That's sort of like Loon stealing from Dunkin' Donuts, and all of a sudden he turned Muslim because he got caught stealing from Dunkin' Donuts, and Jim Jones is mad at him for all of it because Jim Jones is a bona fide criminal and Loon out here stealing from Dunkin' Donuts. And the Dunkin' Donuts shorty was like, Loon, come here. So they took him to the office and fuck around. He got banned from Dunkin' Donuts. Jim Jones over here looking crazy or whatever the case is, because this is the shit that he's not into. He's into taking down dogs for breakfast, eating dogs for breakfast or whatever the case is, you know? All of a sudden, Loon turns to a Muslim. You know? I swear. Now back to Meek Mill, because I don't understand this neither. Like, fuck around. One day he's like one day he's Huey Newton, and another day he's like rowdy or trying to be rowdy or whatever the case is. Like, he don't even know which way he's coming or going or whatever the case is, you know? Fuck around. It's not that you know what? He's a hypocrite. Because certain people could say the same thing and still stand on business. The thing is, Meek Mill ain't standing on nothing. He don't know which side to stand on. He literally is having an identity complex. And you hear it in his music. You know? And this is why me and my friends or whatever call him Ash Cheek Mills when we talking shit or when we rapping or when we having a cypher, whatever the case is, you know? And then, like, if Meek Mill is so bona fide black and all this and that, why did he have a trailer showing bitches pussies and everything like that? And you know kids listen to you. Why do kids need to see that? I don't even know why kids listen to you. You're supposed to be for the community, but you fuck around and have a truck for the naked women, this and that. Bitch, bye. So it's like, you're not even trying to be Huey P. Newton, Nick. You trying to prove to the world that you're straight. You're trying to prove to the world that you're straight. And honestly, like, the way this is going around or whatever the case is, and the way this nigga be yelling on the mic as if he trying to get his manhood back, maybe he was there to Nicki Minaj as a cover-up or whatever the case is. You know? But don't quote me, though. It just gives it away. So anyway, Meek Mill, I would like to welcome you to the family. Okay? Congratulations. You might as well come the fuck out. Okay? And if you want to go as far as the ballroom, you might as well. Shoot. Let's see what category you would give, because you definitely don't give thug with realness, bitch. You definitely don't give what is it? You definitely don't give thug with realness. You almost so give. Ew, you don't even give Carver, bitch. You don't even have a face card. Ew. You know what? We don't need you in the ballroom, bitch. Ew. Ew. You couldn't even make it in the ballroom. You know what? I just pray for you. Thank you. Praise be to Jesus, Queen Ariel, and King Bastion. Amen.